Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 TimeBlazr Challenge. We are in day 4 of our challenge, and it's Friday. So I actually do a little bit of a special planning on my Fridays, so I'm going to share that with you today. But let me tell you a little bit about the TimeBlazr and what it's all about. It's a favorable timing system to help you do your program, product, and service launches, your book launches, signing important contracts, and I really like using it to accomplish your goals. And this is an incredible system that's been around for hundreds of years, now in standard business English, and well, it has been actually. This is the 12th year anniversary. We've gone all the way around the zodiac one time, so we've made leaps and bounds progress in it, especially since it's gone digital in these last few years. And each and every year, I really put my stamp of approval on it. I'm so proud of what this system can do, and it's accessible to you. So hello, my name is Kathleen Horvath-Zemansky. I am the creator of the TimeBlazr, and I want to share this with you during this challenge. Hi everyone that is tapping in online. Hello Antoinette, and thank you for the people that have been commenting on the channels for us. We really do appreciate that. So let's get started with what we've got going here today. It's scorching hot here, hot and humid here in Florida. Okay, so we are, oops, I started at the wrong page. Let's start from the very beginning. It's right here, starting with your launches, as I said before. And it is not just a calendar. It's a personalized calendar. Hi, Brianna, from Florida as well. Great. So you're feeling the heat as well. Well, I think the whole world is feeling the heat. I just looked at the temperature, the band around the world. We really do have a very nice hot band around the world. Hi Perry, good to see you. Thanks you've been following me for years and you're just coming on to say hi today. Well, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate that. And also from sunny Florida. Good. So you're feeling it as well. The index right now, I think they said was 101. So we are really feeling the scorching humidity here. Okay, so we talked about what the TimeBlazr is good for. So let's talk about what this challenge is about. Okay, so we need you to sign up for a 30-day time trial or purchase the TimeBlazr software. So go ahead and just look in the description below and also the post below that are happening, that you can click on that. And then what I really want you to do is get something done during this time. Time is money. We don't want to waste any of that. So what I would encourage you to do is have something that you're going to be launching during the time that we're speaking, or at the very minimum in the month of June, which we've got a couple of really sweet days that you can capitalize on to make a difference in your business. And then subscribe to my channel. We actually have 2 channels. I'll tell you, it's this one that you're currently on, and our new TimeBlazr channel that just got launched this past couple of weeks. And then we need to join every day between now and 6:23. So I'm going to give everyone a little bit of a break about yesterday, because there was a little bit of a confusion how my office set up the live. So for those of you who came on a little bit late, we're not going to penalize anybody for that. We're going to say that we're going to give a grace period of yesterday. So no worries about not being here for the challenge yesterday if you were not able to, because you are able to win a hot seat with me. And this is a strategy session that I will give one lucky participant, and that is going to be announced at the end of 6:23. So you better be live on that one if you are interested in that hot seat. And then what we are going to do is, we'll schedule an appointment, we'll get that recorded, and then we're going to share it online so people can actually see what it's like to put together a TimeBlazr launch. Now, I need to clarify that I'm not going to say, you need to send out all these, a 10 marketing email sequence, and you need to, have a 5 module program. You have to figure out the business end of it. So you're doing the yang side of the business model, and I'm going to help you with the yin side. And what that means is I'm going to help you with the metaphysical side to help you choose good dates to launch your product. So I'm so excited about helping one of you to do this particular way, and this is a great year and month to do that. Now, and I also need to clarify that your launch needs to happen within the next, I'm going to even do a cutoff of, because we've got a lot going on, I'm going to say the end of July. You need to have a launch up and ready to go, and even if this is re-engaging with a dead list or starting a new list, something like that, that's a perfectly acceptable strategy, business strategy, something that is directly going to affect your bottom line. Okay, so you must have purchased 1 year of the TimeBlazr software, and we are very cognizant of what's happening actually for the last several years, that we have discounted our software, but we have improved and added new features. So as we continue to add, this price will not last forever, but we are going to help those out to get as many people as we can with this TimeBlazr software, so you can actually make a huge difference in your business life. You can actually use it for some personal items as well. Okay, so if you already are a TimeBlazr member, we're not going to penalize you for not being, a new subscriber. We also very much honor royalties. So if you already have a subscription with us, it must go through at least through 12/31/22 or after, and we will honor that subscription as well. If it expires before the end of the year, then you're going to have to up for 1 more year. You need to join every day, and then I need all of you who are online right now to put in the description box below, and we're going to be taking a tally that's happening each and every day. Challenge accepted, and your name, so we know who has shown up. And this will I'm gonna accept a replay during this time, then you need to subscribe to our new TimeBlazr channel, and that's all in the descriptions and listed below. Okay, and if you want more of these details, if I went too fast or you want to, actually see them, just go to the URL that is also already in the description I see below. Okay, let's go on. We're going to jump into the TimeBlazr now. And we are right here on the risk reward day. So we're going to spend a little bit of time doing a couple of things. One, we're going to talk about, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger right now. There you go. Okay. So what we're going to be working on is this particular, we're on the 17th. And we are going to go all the way to the 23rd. So what I would encourage you to do is pull up your TimeBlazr yourself, and we're going to actually take a step back in time, only a week's time. And I'm going to go into how I actually plan out the TimeBlazr. Okay, so the first thing that I actually do is I look back a week. And so I'm looking back through my calendar and my day planner, my scheduler, things like that. And I go back to the week and see if there's anything that was not completed. Because, let's face it, life does get in the way. And so we're looking at, are there things that, I said that I was going to do, but they didn't actually get accomplished. So in my opinion, one of the biggest things that I have not completed was a follow-up to a networking event that I went to, that there was a couple people that had asked me to follow up with them. And so that needs to actually be moved to the following week. Truthfully, I never said that I was going to follow up with them this week because the third week of the month is always a very intense TimeBlazr week for us because of things that we've already scheduled in our program. So that's already, slotted out. Plus we have the challenge. And so I said that I would follow up with people in the challenge, but I do need to schedule that. But the reason why I'm saying this, and typically when I plan out my week, I'm going to go right into the 17th. I like to do it earlier in the day. And the reason why is because then I will have the rest of the day to go ahead and either try to complete that task or have enough planning time to make sure that I'm going to get enough space and time for everything that I need to do the following week. So that's how I plan out my weekly planning, and I do it Friday mornings. And so to me, it's like I have a four and a quarter weeks worth of work in, but I now can complete. And then if I get things done, then I get off a little bit earlier, or I can start tackling things in the following week, if you will. Okay, so I am going to talk about the days individually when we come back, but let's look at some planning first. So I'm going to go back to the month view, and I'm going to be looking at two different things. Now, truthfully, I do print out my TimeBlazr, so I am going to be looking at, my paper version of that. And then, but I'm going to show you here what we would be doing. Now, the first thing, and this is not my TimeBlazr, so I'm going to speak as though it was, if you will, just for demonstration purposes, but really it is somebody else's. What I would first note is what is available for next week. Saturday looks like a tremendously beautiful day, but I'm choosing not to work on that day. But there still are things that I could do during good time slots on a personal level that I can still stay in that vibration of positive energy to get things done either quickly or more smoothly in more balanced way. Okay? All right. Then we have Sunday. We have an Illuminate Day. Now, if this was my TimeBlazr, I sure shootin' would definitely use this day. I'm going to go into the manifest. This is one of our new features for this year. I'm going to go into the manifest next week, but we do have, and you may as well. So I don't want you to miss those. But you just go down to the key. It could be illuminate, it could be a launch, it could be negotiate, and it could be power. And it is simple as illuminate means that it would be about self-care or creativity. So that's what this person has. So I'm gonna speak of that instead. So we'll go into these days individually, but I'm gonna just quickly talk about the landscape that I have available to cultivate my garden. All right, so then on the 20th, we have an open day. We talked about this icon about no meetings. If you missed that, we talked about that yesterday. Just go ahead and listen to that replay yesterday about these icons that every business owner, most likely within a year's time, will have access to, such as marketing and negotiating and signing contracts and starting new projects and invoicing and things like that. And probably a boatload of thank you, Alice. I am talking away here on my other screen, and so let me go back here. All right, so let me just recap that very, very quickly. That's why you always have an assistant on the back end to help you when you mess up like that. Haha. Okay, so this 18th, very, very nice, but a Saturday. And then we have the 19th. This is what I was saying about the illuminate. And then down below, there's this manifest 4 key to the 4th power. We will talk about that more extensively next week, but I do need to point it out because when you have things happening, you need to know how to use them. So there's a 2-day, that lucky person, is going to be able to look at going into a different aspect of the TimeBlazr. We talked about the icons, as I said before, and these are the icons that are typically used in a year's business. Okay? All right, then we are looking at the 21st. It is a close day, so I'm going to be, looking at, where can I close up some things. And this person also has travel, so there might be a opportunity for this person to travel. Then we have an established day and then a remove day. Now, I would look at, when I'm planning out my week, I would also look at the 24th. But then again, remember next Friday to do this again. All right, so what we're going to be looking at is what can this person do? So we are closing our challenge for the year, or at least for this season. We are doing it on the 23rd. So it is actually a good day. Now this again is not my TimeBlazr, but it is a good day to close something up. So we're gonna close it up at this time. We might be doing something special on that day as well. I have to look at the times succinctly. Well, let's just look at it right now. Let's go into this between 3 and 4:59. This is, again, not my TimeBlazr, but this is the time we will be broadcasting. We'll be making an announcement, but it is also a very good time to use this day, beautiful day, to start getting rid of things that no longer serve you, as in archiving files. You could clean up clutter, as well as, a lot of times we do have a challenge like a remove day retreat. On virtual move day retreat might be asking a little bit too much on for everything else that we're doing, but I'm just telling you this would be a good thing to put on your calendar if you need to clean some things up. Let's face it, we're mid-year in the Western calendar, soon to be mid-year in the year of the water tiger. So it's a mid-year good way you can do some check and balance as well. So for someone who is using this week, I would say, for sure, I would be looking at what could this person be doing on the 18th. Let's just have a peek inside and see. All right, between 1 and 3, this is, certainly a good day to have a midday lunch with someone, or even a dinner. These two time slots are very good. Now, you may not have the same stars as this person does, but it is certainly a good day for that. I'm going to go through these a little bit more extensively. This is big brushstrokes first, right? Then you go to the details. All right, so we know that Saturday is usable. It's a success day. We love success days. So what could you do to either successfully start maybe even a home project if you are not going to be working over the weekend? And I realize, depending on your product, service, your tribe in which they listen to you and follow you, maybe a Saturday would be a day that you would choose to use, and there's some very good usable times. The receive day, what I'm going to say for this, and they're going to be the same for both of these. So I'm going to just open up the day, and that's going to give you the details of what this person, and everyone's different. You may not have a manifest day on this. You may have a launch. You may have nothing on this day. Again, it's a personalized system, which is the beauty of this system, that you don't have to worry about, certain things like, I don't remember what she said about that. No, you just look on yours and follow yours, okay? All right, but this particular person, and Oh, looks like we're back. Hey, I'm just waiting. It was just kept clocking and clocking. Sorry for that interruption. My internet just died. I think, again, because of the heat, everybody's in the AC and they're streaming today. So here we are with them. Mine was planned though, not my crash though. All right, let's get back. I kind of lost where I was at though. That threw me just a little bit, but that's all right. We'll get back on track here. We're planning out our week. And I think what we were doing here is we were talking about the Illuminate. Yeah, let me go back here. That's what was happening. All right, so when you, and I'm clicking on it, but it's going molasses slow here. All right, so what I want you to do, this is a bit of a meditation, and again, I'm going to talk about them more next week because this is such a robust system and so many features in it. I would like to for sure inform you on what you can be doing with this, but it is such an empowering piece. So you'll find out more about this next week. But this person has the Illuminate this particular day. So the entire day, even if you're out and about, just pull up your phone, pull up a free compass, and just sit, even when you're having a coffee or a cocktail or what, put your back to the northeast and just let the universe support you. It's about self-care, maybe not a cocktail if you're doing that, but it is about self-care and it's about creativity. So try it. The universe is there to support you. So this person is so fortunate that they have 2 in a row of the manifest days. All right, so that's how they're gonna handle these because they're not green days, so it's not very good for a launch. Of course, there's good opportunities nonetheless that they can be using along the way, but June really has a beautiful energetics. Now I talked about the energetics of the month of June in the past days. Very important information for you to know about the fire horse and being the most fire of the entire year. And so going into period 9, you might want to go back and listen to that if you don't know about that as well. We talked about what it is that you want to close up on the 21st. Now this could be, you're going to be closing up different accounts, if you will. You might be closing up a project. This is putting a nice little bow on something, and it's a nice energetics as well to be able to do that. Now you would be going in the day details to see where that would be at. I certainly would be going into that, but that is going to take way too long to do that. So go ahead and use yours because I'd rather you'd be following along and using yours nonetheless. All right, and then on the 22nd, we've got this established day. So this would be where, you're going to be establishing authority and, even some boundaries. This would be good for establishing some disciplinary, even some self things as, I'm going to maybe exercise more or, something of that nature. So this could be a good day to, to do something about that. So, and then I talked about a remove. Now, remove days, I've mentioned it on every challenge I've ever done. And I also will say it again right now. It is my favorite outside of the success days. It is my favorite energetics. I love tightening up systems. I love, it's just the notion of moving energy. And when you get rid of things, it just opens up new energy for you. So I really, really like the energetics of it. And then it's a full day on the 24th. And the 24th, this would be, it's very good. It gives you a lot of energy, kind of a full force energy. But do watch out for full days in the respect, your days will always be full. Like you're trying to finish something and then something else fills the plate. Now, even when you're signing a contract, if you have an alternative, I would prefer like a success day or a stable day, initiate day, an open day. Those are my favorites to launch things and get things started, even an established. Make sure it's a green day though, because we really want you to launch on really safe days. But a full day, what I'm trying to impress upon you is that even when you sign a contract with, one of your clients, or you're starting a new project, they're always going to want more. So this is where you're going to want to under promise, but then be happy to over deliver, because they're always going to ask for more. So that's sort of the energetics of the week. And then you're going to start seeing where else you're going to want to place your energy. So like I said, for me, I will be looking at, doing some follow-up with a couple of people that wanted me to have on their platforms. So I would be, working those in. I'm also working on the 2023 Water Rabbit book. So that's really a very strong theme of what I'm going to be working on actually through I would say mid-July is where my first draft will be due. But those are some of the things that you can be using the TimeBlazr for, is figure out when your launch is going to be, and then backtrack. Our launch is going to be in October. And for the book launch, we've got quite a few different launches happening throughout the year here. And then I'm also creating content for another class that I'm teaching about period 9, getting ready for period 9 in July. So, when you're starting to use these days to really dive in and be with the energetics of the day, and then doing some of the things that we encourage you to do, like getting into the right position to do your important activities and things like that. I'm going to go, I decided that I'm going to do a little bit of explanation to the astrology next week as well, because it might help you when you're using various parts of your astrology chart, which the TimeBlazr is programmed for. Okay? All right, so let's now look at, we talked already about the risk reward yesterday. So if you want to hear more about the risk reward day, you go back to yesterday and hear about that. But today I'm going to talk in a little bit more detail about the 18th and the 19th. And a little bit about and I actually will talk about the 20th as well, because we won't be back online until 3:30-ish on the 20th. Therefore, I'm not going to, many of you will already have the day passed, so I don't want you to miss any of the greatness of any of these days. All right, let's jump into the 18th, a success day. And again, worth mentioning, though, I want to go back very, very quickly, that there is a base foundation. Oops, didn't want to go that far back. There's a base foundation for the TimeBlazr, the green and white days. Though that is a foundational piece. Everybody's going to have the same green and white days. They are going to have the same type of day. You're going to see, here's a distraction, here's a risk reward, here's a success. There's 12 different, and I've already talked about those as well, so you may want to go back to the recordings to hear about each and every one of these types of days and how do you use them. And that's an important thing that you need to understand. You don't want to launch a book, for example, even if this was a green day, because a destruction day can be green, and I talked about this before. You don't want to launch something on like a destruction day or a close day. It's closing down, it's finishing up. So you want to use something that has a higher opening vibration than a closing vibration. So you do have to take note of that. So you know your business. You know when you're starting something. You know when you're finishing something up. Use the appropriate days to find that. And that's why we have a year subscription to this, because it does take some planning. The further out that you are going to plan, the more success you will have. All right, let's jump into the 18th. So the personalized features I'm going to leave for last, and let's just talk about this day. I'll talk about the 18th a little bit more extensively, and then I'll talk about the personalized, and then we'll move a little bit quicker on the remaining 2 days. All right, June 18th for everyone, and it's a favorable success day, and it's quite a beautiful success day. Please note that we are in a Yang Water Tiger year, and it is a Yang Water Tiger day, and there's a lot of tiger energy right there. So if you have a monkey in your chart, this could cause a little bit of problem for the monkeys. Even though you may have stars there, you're not comprised of just one animal in your chart. You have up to 4 different animals. You may have some doubles, like if you were born, if any child born on this day is going to be born in the year of the water tiger, the month of the fire horse, and the day of the Yang Water Tiger, and then whatever hour that person is born, then they get, so lucky baby, anyone's born on, between 1 and 3. Challenging, a little bit challenging though, because water tiger, that one's a strong energetics, but very intelligent. So anyway, let's just leave it at, we've got a water tiger day. So we've got a double water tiger. Monkeys, take note. I'm going to drop down to the positive influences, and the positive and negative influences are the prevailing energy over the entire day. Okay, so when you see this teal box, you will not see it on every day, but tomorrow you will. So the positive influences with this teal box means that there is quick action. Quick action means things are going to happen in a very, very quick way. So this is something to keep in mind. If you need a quick response to something, then this is a great day to be using. Do beware though, when you use it, because this prevails over the whole day. For example, between 11 and 1, I wouldn't have too many legal discussions, because you're going to get a quick answer and it may not be the answer you want. Plan it out a little bit more strategically, right? Okay, then we have green light, which means everything is moving forward in a nice fashion. Positive outlook means things are very positive. Quick action we just spoke about. Wealth accumulation is very good for accumulating and saving. So working on your investment portfolio, if you even have one left after this great fall. But truthfully, it is about just holding on to your wealth there. So do watch your purse strings a little bit in these upcoming months in general, because it is going to be a bit of a rocky ride. And I believe the TimeBlazr can help you make informed decisions, especially during these very rocky times. All right, so we also have accidents, lawsuits, and travel block. Accidents, be careful out there, or even in your own home. Just pay more attention. Lawsuits means that. Not a great day to file for a lawsuit. It's a Saturday, so that's unlikely. But there are people. I guess there's ways with the internet that you can maybe file some paperwork. Wouldn't do it on this day. Travel block means that there may be some obstructions in travel. All right, then we're going to go over to this gray column. These are the hours, and they are in 2-hour time slots, as you may notice, and they're also named by the 12 animals of the zodiac. So the Chinese calendar is split up into 2-hour time slots in 24 hours versus 1 hour individual to make up 24 hours. So obviously still 24-hour days, but they are in 2-hour blocks. So they show up in 3 different ways. Like I just talked about the horse hour, it could be all negative. Beware, even on a beautiful green day, you still have to be aware of the unstable energy. The snake has mixed, it has mentors and counterproductive. So, you might have some good coaching, or you could be a good coach to someone, or a mentor mentee to, in that same situation. But it could there could also be some counterproductive action there. So then we have this particular goat hour, which has all positive energy, all plus signs. So If you need a little bit more direction on what these words mean in the event, you potentially, English is not your first language, go over to the training tab and just click on the glossary of terms, and that will give you all of the particular, a more in depth to look at. Now, what personalizes this particular day is the stars that gets transferred over from the month view, as well as the icons. And so this particular day, they could be invoicing, collecting money, and if they are thinking about making a move, this would be one of the days in the year that they could do that. No activators on this particular day, so we will pass on that one. All right, so then the other personalization is the star system that is on this third column of the hours here. So here's a 1 star, very, very good. 3 stars, better. 3 is the highest, and there could actually be, for example, here in the ox hour, very early in the morning, there's no stars there. So it's still good energy. It just doesn't connect with you as efficiently as this particular hour would on this particular day. Okay? All right, so that's what I'm going to tell you about the 18th. Let's just toggle through here. I'm at the top of the day view right now. Let's go into the 19th. And the 19th, we have an unfavorable receive day. It's a yin water rabbit day. A receive day means just that, receive. It's a Sunday, so receive. Again, some of you who work on Sundays, I get that. But it is a day to receive. This would be receiving validations. This could be where you're receiving money. You might also be, who knows, even sending out or asking for testimonials on this day, because it's a day that you receive the validation, right? Okay, no stars, no icons, because every day cannot be a perfectly beautiful day. Otherwise, why would you need a system like this, right? This is the secret sauce. Use the days that are vibrant to you, and then let the ones go that are not, and just do your mundane tasks on days like today, okay? Okay, we still have perpetual growth, which means things are continually growing, sound investment. So, whatever you're investing in could, again, kind of unusual times right now. So take this with a grain of salt and really do your due diligence. But on a day like today, the positives get diminished and the negatives get increased. And it's opposite for a green day like it was on the 18th. These are diminished and these are increasing in energy because of the green day's attributes. All right, so let's go back here. We have accidents. I think we already talked about that. Burnout is you're just doing too much and you get burnt out. Emptiness is, it feels like a sense of void. Nothing's really going your way. There's potential disaster. And it's almost like, you know what, it's just better that I stay home. Now, this isn't for everyone, right? So this particular person, though, the rabbit energy evidently is not benevolent to this particular person. So it isn't even a very good day for this person. So this could be a day where they do that self-care and make sure, because that's the best thing going for them on this particular day. So use it. That will help increase the energetics for you by doing some of the, maybe not as usual as you would think in your business dealings of just sitting with your back in a certain direction, but it will help you. All right, so very early in the morning, this person, 3 to 7 o'clock, can be doing some things as far as maybe some international work or sending out some autoresponders. And then midday is also a good opportunity. And then very, very late in the day would be, and then the rest is going to be a mixed bag. You're just going to have to move around it. But aren't you glad at least you know that, oh, I was going to make an appointment at 3 o'clock on that day. Well, maybe you will make a different choice and see if you can move it back to the 11 o'clock hour. Even though you don't have maybe 2 stars here, maybe you have 3, maybe you have none. I have no idea. But it would certainly, if there's nothing here, it's certainly better than a 3 to 5 hour. Do you see the difference? This is negative, this is positive, right? Right? Okay. All right, let's go on to the 20th. Oh, we did the 20th, right? 21st, sorry. And we're back to a green day. Happy, 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 happy. All right, so it's a close day. Like I said, what can you close up? This is about closures. So, and again, if you don't have anything to close up, it's not that you can't use the day, but that's what it's most known for, if you will, is that. This has gifted physician, and maybe I am going to talk about that because I think, yes, it has a gifted physician there. And gifted physician basically means this is a good day to go to the doctor. Go and, for you to weave through every single day. Now, this is for everyone, right? So I'm going to show you a little trick that you can use to find your personalized wellness days. All right, sound investment. Again, we're starting to see some repeats. I mean, there's only so many terms, but you're investing in things. Invest in yourself. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the market. Invest in yourself. I'm telling you, if there's ever a time, and especially in these last several years where we've had such challenges, I hope you're learning something new. I hope that you're improving your skills. I hope that you are doing things, putting systems in place to help you be a stronger consultant or advisor. We need you to be out there improving yourselves because a lot of people need exactly what you have to offer. So this is a way to help you get your message out, okay? I have devious intent, but devious means, there's, some not so nice people that are trying to, maybe jealousy or envy is making them act in a certain way. But since it's a green day, it diminishes just a little bit. Worth mentioning too, every day it would be a great idea, either the night before, which is how I like to do it, is look at what's coming up the next day. And then set an intention for yourself. It's not necessarily a task, it's an intention. So you can do this on a weekly level, you can do it on a monthly level, you can do it on a yearly level. Like, what is your intention for the year? And this is, when I say goal intention, I really want you to think about saying something or telling yourself, but put it into words. And these are things, I think, these are the little tools that will help you get through either some challenging times or keep you on track. All right, so it would be, I got to make 4 discovery calls next week on this particular day. Let's just say on this particular day, I will be doing that. And I'm going to choose to do them between 11 and 3 because I have travel block here, not traveling per se as well, as in not physically getting into a vehicle, but what I'm going to be doing is setting up Zoom call. I'm arbitrarily saying this, setting up Zoom calls that, you could set them up during this time. So it would be 3 Zoom calls. But instead of just saying, I'm going to set up 3 discovery calls during that time slot with client X, Y, and Z, say or write to yourself something to the effect of, I am fully present to serve client X, Y, and Z so they find solutions to the problems that they are facing. So, or solutions, just solutions. Just keep it that way. You don't have to make it long and extensive, but make it real for you. That before you get on the call, just give yourself, I'm going to show up fully present, which means you're going to be prepared. You're going to, have, maybe some past information about them. But if it's a brand new client, have an intake form. Get ready and be fully present so that you can And if your services are appropriate for them, great. So that's how I want you to really think about this goal and daily intention. Okay. All right. So here's a perfect example. What I was saying before, 7 to 8, some people actually get very early or do some writing during this time, journaling, that kind of thing. But there's no stars there. So as you can see, this hour is good. It just doesn't connect on this day with that person. And the only time slot on this day for this person is 7 to 9. But you look on yours and see where they're at. Again, sometimes you're going to have to, because let's face it, I don't expect anyone to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and fall back to sleep at 3, get up at 7, and get up at 9. Believe me, I did not choose these days. This is a system that's been around and repeatable, that we know for certainty that these energies are going to show up in the year of the water tiger exactly in this way. And so we know that we can, with confidence, do certain things on certain days. That's why it does take a little bit of your time, that, again, putting it into the planning is going to help you quite a bit. All right, on the 22nd, where you go to an unfavorable day, and this is a Yang Fire horse. I do want you to watch out for this day because it is a Yang Fire month in a Yang Fire day. That's a lot of Yang Fire, okay? And so we don't ever want to see more than one horse show up, because a horse is a very strong, extra strong energy, and a fire horse, whew. So you do want to watch out for that, because it can be self-sabotaging in the respect you make mistakes and things like that. So do watch about that. So that's a little bit of a bonus, that we can't put in every piece like that into the software. So that's why we have for your refinements is to go into the TimeBlazr fundamentals and the personalizing your TimeBlazr. So, quite frankly, we're talking about a software, self-guided software, over one of my programs. So we're not really offering this in this challenge. If you're interested in that, please reach out to myself or Alice, and we're happy to set up a discovery call if you're interested in one of our high-level programs. But that's not what we're talking about here. All right, so the Yang Fire horse, and there's no stars, no icons, no activators, not even a manifest 4. So this is a day, and it's an unfavorable. You can establish some unfavorable things, right? So be very careful, especially on this day. The positives, again, just look in the directory if these are not clear to you. And then I do actually want you to watch out for this as well, because between 3 and 5, we've got a 3-star, I think, usable. But I would also, again, watch this double horse day. Maybe just really look at more of your administrative tasks, content creation. And for those who say you don't need to create content, then you're probably employed by somebody versus you have to do your own marketing, or unless you have a marketing team. But still, you should still have an eye on the pulse. Unless you're such a massive corporation, then this is not probably the system you would be using. Although this could be used for corporate decisions, but it would probably be more on the C level than the administrative level. All right, and then here's the close of our day. Another Yin Fire Goat day. It's a Yin Fire Goat day, but it's a beautiful day. 5-star day for this person. Woo! And it has some beautiful ways of getting some, money into the checkbooks, if you will. And it's also a good day to buy or sell properties. And then positive influences. Again, remember we have the negatives diminished just a little bit. Oops, I think I just went through the whole thing versus going, oh, well, we've got plenty to talk about next week. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go all the way through to June 24th, and then we'll talk about some other stuff next week. And then I'll just say, look back at the other videos. Okay, Yang, Earth, Monkey. And we have positive influences there. Remember when I was saying about the full day? The full day is definitely the day that I do want you to watch out for. It's a great day, but your cup is always full versus not. So great day, but just be very, very certain that you under promise, over deliver. And you can actually, this is a voluminous day. Here's a hidden trick that I can give you. This is a good day to upsell your clients. If you have a next level of engagement, this would be a good day to do that. And then, you know, there's some lovely time slots in there as well. Quick action as well. So it's a beautiful day. Look at those icons for this day. Look at this person also has an activator on this day as a mentor or being a mentee. So it's a beautiful day as far as that's concerned. Okay, so we covered a lot within a whole week. And truthfully, this is what I do. I look at the whole week when I'm planning my week out, like where are the beautiful spots. And of course, my calendar's, you know, pretty much already full as far as, you know, because it's, you know, booked out a good few months in advance, but there might be some refinements that I will want to come in and, you know, decide to move things around because I maybe have discovered some innuendos that, you know, would benefit me if I move things around strategically. So that's what I would like you to do as well. All right, so we did talk about one of the contest rules. Let's just talk about that really quickly. And that is to get the TimeBlazr. We're just going to do this just, you know, for so you don't have to, you know, try to find it on our website. Just go right to that link. If you will, you can go to our website as well. I don't, but I'm just making it easy for you. So there is, and that's in the descriptions below. And I also am very proud to let you know that we do have an app. So every feature that you saw me demonstrate today is also on the mobile app. So that is for you know, our TimeBlazr software, which is a web and mobile based application. So I'm going to close it up for today. We thank you so much for following. But you know what? Let me see if I have any comments that I missed. And I'm so sorry about what we had. We had a disconnect. But my internet crashed. I just think that everybody is, so again, you're going to want to put in the, you know, one of the contest rules was that we need to have everyone put challenge accepted and your name. So if you haven't done that, that will indicate to me that you are interested in being, a participant in the launch. So we do hope to see you on Monday at 3:30. We'll do the best we can with these great great weather that is keeping us all inside and everybody on the internet. So hopefully we'll have a little bit better next week. So, because I've got pretty good internet, I just think that everybody was sucking it dry. I'm going to read one comment here. How come this year the horse has 4 or 5 stars, but in the TimeBlazr I see lawsuits? Okay, that's a good question. So the horse, every animal, actually, let me go on screen here to talk to you about that. Every animal has positive and negative influences every single year. There is not an animal out there that is only going to have good energy. It's just impossible. And I think the reason behind that is life is messy. Life is not, you know, when you get to nirvana, which is not on this plane, most likely. I'm not saying that you can't reach a certain level of ascension, but there is not one animal that is ever going to have pure positive energy. You will always see some challenges that will keep life interesting. I like to call it, when things happen in my life, it's like life lesson number 6,427, because something might have happened, right? So I hope that answers your question, Antoinette. If it doesn't, please let me know. For example, I believe it's I'll have to look. I can't remember which animal, because I'm already working on the 2023 energy. So at this point, I do have to cross-reference which one it is. But there's an animal this year, and Alice, if you remember, go ahead and put it in. But there's an animal this year that has zero support from the universe. So every single year, there's going to be certain animals that get a lot of good energy, sprinklings of some challenges, and then there's animals that are going to have tons of challenges and no universal support. So hopefully that will answer your question. Is there a place where I can learn the meaning of yin and yang, the elements, and the animals? Yeah, follow me. So I will talk about next week. I can't tell you what day I'm going to be doing this, Brianna, but it is going to be the day, and I'm going to show you real quick. I want you to be a little bit familiar with this, Brianna, especially since you're interested in this. Go to your astrology chart. Go, here is, I'll be talking about the yin and yang in these particular areas. I will be talking about the elements in these particular areas. I will be talking about the animals in these particular areas. Now, Brianna, if you are interested in more about the annual, which is important, Alice, if you could put maybe a link in that she might be interested in my annual event replay. You've got 6 months left in the year. It'd be crazy not to know what's coming ahead. So that will go into quite extensively. Another way you can find that out, go to the training, go to I'm going to say this guidebook, Personalizing Your TimeBlazr. When you go in there, it will talk about, this is not going to talk about the monkey is this or the tiger is that, because there are 60 pillars. I'm actually got most of those all written up as just the 60 pillars. And when I say 60 pillars, it's the element on top and the animal on the bottom. But basically, it's the rat that has 0 stars in 2022. So if you have, and thank you, Antoinette. If you have basically, a good understanding of what's happening in your personal life, because that's really where all of this starts. If you don't know what you are up against, or know the hidden jewels of your chart, then unfortunately you are missing out on literally 33% of your life. So when I'm looking at person, space, and time, which is what I do, and I'll even say person, space, time, and universe. So I'll even create, and Alice, why don't we pull that in, a slide for next week is our model of person, space, and time. And I talk about those more in my programs, but at my annual events and things like that, we definitely talk about that extensively, about what yin and yang is and the importance of that. So the animals, I talk from a perspective of how they behave in any particular year, of course, through an astrology reading, a personal reading with me, as well as what was your other question that you said? You said yin and yang, the animals, and the elements. The 5 elements, the name of my company is 5 Elements Group. The 5 elements to me it explains the universe. Yin and yang, 5 elements. So we look at person, space, and time. So if you understand what's happening in your chart, then you go to the feng shui to help improve your life, if you will, because it's there to help you achieve your goals. So I get some people don't really want to do the feng shui. I'm not sure why, because it is such a empowering tool to help you achieve your goals. But there are also people that just want to use their chart and the timing, and I get that as well. And that's really a wonderful thing to be embracing, that you can make huge breakthroughs by just doing something, as in a product launch, signing a contract, starting things on good days, finishing things on good days, as well as avoiding the days that are either counter to you and or are those non-green days. And I talked about 2 of them that we have encountered just during this challenge amongst those beautiful green days. Again, if every day was perfect, why would you need the TimeBlazr, right? So there you go. Hopefully that will help you. And so thank you very, very much. I'm a rat, so my year's a mess so far. That's why. Well, see, if you knew that at the beginning of the year, then you would start using other animals in your chart. And that's really another little pro tip. Like if you've got one of your pillars that are not behaving well, it's not that I want you to put your head in the sand and go, oh, I'm not going to do anything. But when you don't have the support of the universe, that means you have to pedal a lot faster of wherever that rat is at. So, Marilise, could you tell me where that rat is located? Is it year, month, day, or hour? That would be, I can give you a little bit of insight on what you should be doing because where it's located. I'll give you a few secs for that if you could go ahead and... Antoinette might have a rat in her chart since I see a little tear come down there. So, maybe it's just a little bit too much of a lag with this craziness. But I did talk about year, month, day, and hour. And when I talk about the astrology piece of the TimeBlazr next week, please stay tuned for that. You may want to tune in for that day. And that will describe a little bit more about the astrology, okay? All right, have a lovely weekend, everyone. So sorry about the interruption, but hopefully you were able to grab a cool beverage or something like that. Well, no, I needed what pillar, not necessarily your birthday, because I would have to run your chart. So I would need is it the year of birth, the month of birth, the day of birth, or the hour of birth? That's what I was trying to get to. So, and you may not know your hour of birth. Not everybody does. And that's okay because, you have at least 75% of your chart. So hopefully you can tune in next week. And if not, watch it on the replay. But I'll talk about the astrology next week. And so everybody have your charts ready. Have your TimeBlazers ready. Let's get some business done next week, right? So I'm here for you, and I will see you next week. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.